now like to welcome ABTA's President and CEO, Ralph DeVitto.
Thank you, Mindy. Boy, the work that Mindy and team have put into this conference, you're going to see it in action today and tomorrow. On behalf of the American Brain Tumor Association's board, staff, and volunteers, welcome. It's going to be a great 2 days. This is the largest brain tumor conference specifically designed for you, the patient, the survivor, and the caregiver. And I can tell you, having seen the content, understanding the way it's been built, you're going to find great information. You're going to have a great opportunity to engage. As Mindy said, we have not been in person since 2019, so it's been a while. Some of you know each other from those previous years, and many of you are going to meet new people, begin new relationships, new friendships, so take advantage of that. Also, as Mindy said, there are around 900 of you online, coast to coast, and many from around the world, foreign countries taking advantage of this, and it'll all be available on our website, abta.org, that you can download and learn on an ongoing basis, especially for those that just want to experience this firsthand. This is a great opportunity to inform you, to engage you, and have you connect. We could not be doing this without the many sponsors. So throughout the lobby, you saw the tables. As you go out and about, please take a moment to go by, learn, pick up some material. In particular, what I want to do from here is thank our platinum sponsors, Servier, Genentech, Northwest Biotherapeutics, and Imvex. So thank you as our platinum sponsors. I thank Mindy, I thank Emily and the team, but the folks that have been really driving and leading, putting countless hours of time and expertise in building the agenda that we can deliver to you a meaningful 2-day experience are our national conference co-chairs, Doctors Suzanne Chang and James Liu. So thank you all. You're going to get to know them, see them in the hallway, go up to them. Just real briefly, you'll see their credentials in the program. But Suzanne is a neuro-oncologist. She specializes in treating adults with brain tumors. She is director of neuro-oncology at the University of California at San Francisco Brain Tumor Center. And Suzanne has been a longtime friend and supporter of the ABTA. Dr. Liu is a neurosurgeon. He specializes in surgery and radiosurgery treatment of brain and spinal tumors at the Department of Neuro-Oncology at the Moffitt Cancer Center in Tampa, Florida. Suzanne, James, thank you.
All right. Thank you, Ralph, and thank you for your dedication and leadership of the ABTA. So let's kind of get started with some questions here for the three of you. What do you hope that all of our attendees will get out of the conference this weekend?
I'd like them to see all the advanced technologies that are on the forefront and the work that's being done. We have a lot of wonderful panelists that have taken time out, and these are people that are sought after because they're leaders in the field, and they're educators, and they're researchers, and that we are able to get them all here for a day and a half to speak on their expertise, I think is a great tribute to what they think the ABTA means to the brain tumor community. And I think being able to see some of these new technologies that are on the forefront, and the research that's being done, and the progress that have been made and are continuing to be made is going to be very exciting for our patients and caregivers to see.
Wonderful. Dr. Chang?
First, welcome everyone. It's really great to be here again and to be in person, but also to welcome all of those online. I think in addition to what James said about, really the great work that's being done and having you see that, it's also the sense of community. We're all in this together. Whether it's the patients, the caregivers, the providers, we're all here at ABTA. I mean, this is really the epitome of what I think we need to be doing in terms of a holistic approach to taking care of patients. So yes, we're going to really hit you hard with some of the cutting edge work, but also recognize that there are things like quality of life that we have to pay attention to, survivorship, caregiving. And so our program really highlights those aspects as well, which I think, to me, is very, very exciting.
Thank you, Ralph.
Yeah, those advances, you're going to just learn, as I mentioned, so much today. But what I want to emphasize is your opportunity, if you don't yet know about the ABTA, ways you can continue your involvement beyond today and tomorrow. And then second, I really want to ask you to take some time, slow down, take care of yourself. Mindy talked about the wellness room. There are other features. We have wellness animals. I don't know if that's the right term, but we have other features. But we really want you to take care of yourself, enjoy these 2 days, get to know some fellow patients, survivors, and caregivers.
Thank you all. Completely agree. Therapy dogs would be the word. Thank you guys. I love all of that. I was going to add more, but I think you guys just hit it right on nail on the head. So there are so many exciting sessions, and it was such an honor for us to plan these with you, Dr. Liu and Dr. Chang. Can you bring us a little bit behind the scenes of what this process was like and how you came about the theme of this weekend's conference?
One of the things that I think we wanted to do, our goals, was not only to provide some of the science behind brain tumors, to educate about some of the clinical trials, about the technology, about the medicine that's going on, but it was very important for us to have a conference or meeting where you all, the caregivers and the patients, can go home with something practical. Tips on how to take care of yourself outside of being in the hospital, being in the clinic, because sometimes those things are overlooked. And I think it's very important for us to be able to take care of our mental health, and there are different strategies, different types of treatment modalities that we don't often think about. And a lot of the second day is based toward that, is to going home with practical tips and strategies to take care of yourself so that you can leave the conference feeling that you have some new ideas to try out and to help.
I think we also wanted to have some transparency in what it's like for us when we are taking care of you. It's a multidisciplinary approach, right? A lot of times you realize you're well, and then all of a sudden there's how many doctors involved? Who does what? Who makes the decision? How does that work? And so I think that the behind the scenes tumor board is one that we thought, this is one way for you to all kind of be with us, partner with us, to see how things are really done in terms of the discussion. Because a lot of times you might go to a visit and then your doctor says, well, we're going to present your case at tumor board, and it's like, ooh, what does that mean, right? So to demystify that, I think that's also a really great opportunity for you to see that.
Thank you. So as you all kind of look ahead, and what are you most hopeful for that will advance the brain tumor field?
I think for me, the technologies that are out there and the advancements and the people that are working on progressing things and how we've become more specific, the personalized medicine, the molecular studies that we have, and you'll hear a lot about that this morning. These are advances that we didn't know were possible years ago, and we're coming up with these new strategies. And also learning about the brain and knowing more about the brain allows us to better fight some of these diseases. And as you hear in our last talk, which will kind of talk about the connections in the brain, one of the great things about the brain is it's really the final frontier. There's so much we don't know about it. And that's probably why we have so many challenges dealing with things that grow in the brain. And as the more we learn about how the brain works, the better we will be equipped to fight some of these diseases. So
in addition to understanding biology, because that's how we're going to get ahead with this, is if we understand what we're dealing with, we understand the weakness of the tumors in terms of targets for pathways that are abnormal within the tumors versus normal. I think that's going to get us, ahead. I'm really excited about that. But probably what I'm excited about is the partnership. It's having the basic scientists, the neuroscientists, the clinical trials experts, all working together with patients. So having a patient voice early on in the whole partnership. A lot of work that we're doing is understanding the tissue. Well, we can't do that unless you agree for us to look at your tissue. We're interested in imaging. Again, I can't do the kind of imaging work that I want to do in terms of cutting edge research unless patients agree to participate in those types of studies. And as we move forward with thinking of more non-invasive ways to characterize tumor with liquid biopsies, this is such an exciting frontier. But again, we need you there with us to say, okay, yeah, take my blood every time I come in for a test, or even my fluid or surrounding my brain and spine. So that partnership, I think, is the exciting part. I think we're now together in this all of this. No silos, no sort of egos. It's all about what's best for you and how do we make it better.
Thank you. Truly about patient-centered care. I love it. And Ralph?
Our mission is to improve, to extend, and ultimately save every life after a brain tumor diagnosis. And for me, which is really exciting, you're going to hear more about over lunch. So at 12:30, please be back in your seats. We're going to talk to you about something new and exciting, because the key to success, the key to advancing our fight, is science, funding research.
Thank you all.